There's some music for you. Welcome, all you business geeks, to the Business Geeks podcast, where we geek business. I'm Super Joe Pardo, and I'm joined by my two wonderful co-hosts each and every single week. This week we are discussing the future of business. It's not all bad. I think it's great that we're looking at trying to do some kind of positive topic rather than a topic about us being beat down during these crazy times. We also have a hot or not that involves cardboard cutouts. If you watched the show a couple weeks ago, we were talking about cardboard cutouts. This is a little bit different. I'm not sure how I feel about this yet, so I'm interested to hear what my two co-hosts think of that. Speaking of co-hosts, Samantha Riley of SamanthaRiley.global, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm doing well, Joe. Yes, it's morning here. I feel like I get the long straw. I feel like you guys get the short straw, having to do a show at night. But that could just be me. I'm not a night owl, so I'm happy that it's morning here in Australia.
Oh, yes, that is good. Yeah, I mean, it would be weird if it was nighttime there and nighttime here at the same time.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't work, really.
Yeah, right. Well, according to flat earthers, you guys don't exist down there. So.
No. Apparently, there's no such thing as Australia. We don't exist. Australia isn't a thing. I'm not really here. I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, you're a welcomed figment of our imagination.
Oh, well, thank you, Super Joe.
You are so welcome. As well as Jennifer Crawford, the co-founder of Sparent.co. Jennifer, how are you feeling tonight?
I am so good. It's been such a long day. Today was the first day of the Small Business Grit Summit, my first virtual summit. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous this morning. I was nauseous, but everything went really well. We sold over 200 tickets, and the attendance of our live interactive events were great. We had like over 60 people in our strategic networking event, and everybody was super just enthusiastic. They were so into it and there for it. And we got great feedback. And it was just, when you work so hard on something, but you don't know how well it's, like you've never done it before. You work really hard. You try to make it the best you can be, but until it's executed, you don't really know if your vision is going to match reality. So in this case, it definitely matched reality. I am really happy with how it played out. I had my co-founder of the Small Business Grit Summit, Mary Sue, who's maybe watching tonight. We both had a little celebratory toast of champagne afterwards because we felt so positive. We only have 8 more days to go. So we'll have champagne again on the 9th day. But today was just a little bit of a victory lap because we survived.
That's awesome.
Well done.
Good job. Now,
I
gotta ask, why so many days?
I don't know. We don't know.
They were drinking champagne when they decided.
Clearly.
Okay, so I always like to do things my own way and not pay attention too much to how other people are doing similar things, because I think it pollutes my creativity and fosters self-doubt because I'm doing something different. So I try not to pay too much attention. So it wasn't until after we put it all together that I was like, oh yeah, most virtual summits are like 1 day or maybe 3 days. I've never seen one that's 9 days, but it's fine. It's fine. It's great because we've packed it full of value. And now we have, how this is, Joe, with your virtual conferences, you end up having a colossal amount of content, and then you can repackage that in different ways. We have a lot of options of how we can work with that content now that we have it. So it's not a bad thing, but yeah, it's a beat. We created a beast. We didn't really think about, it's 9 days. That's kind of long, but.
I mean, I love and appreciate the fact that you're like, I want to do it my own way and find. And that, I mean, two thumbs way up. It's
absolutely.
I was talking about from an exhaustion standpoint of your sanity.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's another reason it ended up being so long, is because we didn't want to monopolize somebody for the whole day. So we have like some pre-recorded on-demand content that comes out every day. The live interactive events are only about 2 hours a day, a couple of exceptions, but 2 hours a day where we actually need you there, like in attendance, interacting, active, engaged. But I can't expect people to be actively engaged for 8 hours a day for several days. At least I don't think I can.
That's a big ask.
Yeah, it's a big ask.
That's cool.
It is.
Yeah. And these are business owners and they should be busy. And people were, some people had to come early and leave early. Come late and leave early. And I was there apologizing. I was like, do not apologize, because it was because they were busy running their businesses. And of course we respect that.
So good.
I love it.
Yeah.
So good. And how about you, Joe? How are you doing today?
Yeah, Joe.
Exhausted. Can you see? You can't really see. Let me switch my camera up here. So
you seem kind of blurry to me, and I have bad eyesight.
Oh, really?
So I don't know.
No, you're definitely blurry.
Okay.
Am I blurry?
Very blurry. I don't know what happened.
Lens is dirty. I don't know where my thing is, but you can see I got drywall up on all the walls. It's all done here, which is great. It was exhausting, and we ran, I ran a virtual conference this past weekend, where we had. Am I still blurry?
No, not now.
No, now it's better.
Oh, there we go.
Much better.
Oh, good. So yeah, I ran a virtual conference this weekend for community building, for podcasting, and went really, really well. Had it was only, I say only, but it was a little over 6 hours this time around.
Oh my gosh, that's so. I don't know how you do it. I would much rather do like a couple hours a day.
So if you want to know a secret,
okay,
I was able to get things done around the garage while I was listening this time around. So I was like, I put the speakers up in the ceiling out in front of me and like ran the wire. So like in between some of the talks, I was up in the attic, like fishing wire across from one end to the other. And then had to like quit because the steps come down like right here. So you would see the steps. So when it came time, it's like, oh, they're starting to wrap up. Like, boop, got to put the steps up and get downstairs and wipe all the sweat off my head. Because of course it was an 80-degree day. It couldn't have been like a 60-degree day. So it was fun. It was a great time. And we're doing the next one, May 30th.
You are a glutton.
Wow, you're on fire.
How do you do it?
I appreciate it. I do what I can for my peoples. What can I say?
Love it.
What's up, Tim? How you doing?
What's this avatar thing?
Oh yeah,
I don't know what this is. There's avatars all over my Facebook. I have no idea how to do it.
I only found how to do it because Wynn Charles posted it somewhere, and I was like, oh, you just click here. But had she not done that, I don't think I would have known how to do it. But I haven't made one myself. Ava took the phone, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna find a haircut. For herself that she wants.
I haven't made mine either. I'm too busy for an avatar. At least this week I am. Maybe a couple of weeks from now I'll make mine.
Fair enough. Well, I wouldn't know how to do it. If someone knows how to do it, please reach out and show me. I feel like that old mum that everyone laughs because she can't set the video recorder. That's me right now.
the timer. Or yeah. So this week we're talking about how it's not all bad in business here in the middle of this pandemic, and so who wants to pick it up here and help lead me this week?
Well,
I didn't want to talk over anyone.
We failed at that.
Yeah, we did. That was an epic fail. Sorry, Jen. Sorry, Joe.
That's okay.
It's all good.
Well, I came across this article that was talking about business trends for 2020. But the reason I wanted to read it was because it was an article written in December of 2019. I thought, I'm really curious what trends they predicted and how they align now in light of the coronavirus pandemic. And I figured they would be way off. The world's a whole different place. The earth is tilted on its axis. We're in a strange new world. But I was actually relieved and quite happy to see that some of these trends that were in play before Corona actually play really well in this pandemic climate. And then I found an article, Harvard Business School article, where they had some, Harvard Business School scholars make some predictions of how the future of business is going to be impacted. And I was, again, pleasantly surprised because not all of the changes are bad. And we're going to talk about them, but many of them end up being better for the environment, better workplace environments for employees, better customer service. So there are so many things that are actually benefiting consumers and employees that were prompted by the pandemic. And I thought, okay, it's hard to find good news these days. I'm gonna latch onto this. So that's what's prompted this conversation that we're having today.
I think what's really important to note here, because when you said it was written in December, Jen, I thought, oh, this is going to be way off. I thought the same thing, way off. But then at the same time, I thought, hang on a minute, the foundations of business are the same, whether we're in a pandemic or whether we're not. It's actually the foundations we're talking about. And obviously, because we're all stuck in our homes, online rates fairly highly in this, and I think that rather than it being different, what it's done is just escalate that or speed it up, I guess, a little bit more.
Yeah, I definitely agree. This pandemic has put a speed button on a lot of things. Like we have, things are just happening at breakneck speed. So one of the things pre-pandemic predictions had to do with this trend towards consumers wanting to do business with socially responsible and environmentally responsible businesses. And there's a Gallup poll that talks primarily about millennials who are sort of driving this. They were driving this trend. They're worth about $1 trillion in consumer spending. And 73% of millennials say they spend more for sustainable products. So this was something in play. And it might not on the surface seem to necessarily relate or have any connection to the current climate we're in. But if you think about it, I think we've all been very cognizant of the fact that we are being much kinder to the planet by default by staying home. There's a lot less traffic. There's a lot less pollution. We've seen lots of reports from environmentalists and environmental sites about wildlife that is thriving. The climate,
and turning up in cities
and turning up and taking over towns. I mean, I want a goat to take over my town. I'm all for that. Take it over, goat man. But yeah, so I think this is just sort of fueling that trend, supporting that trend. I think businesses who are socially and environmentally responsible are going to be more successful than those that are not.
I think that definitely the millennials, I mean, this is my daughter's age and her friends, they very much talk about doing things that make them feel good or things that are good for the planet. And they will not take as much pay to make sure that that's happening. They've got a very different mindset to, I guess, and I know you're a bit younger, Joe, so I'll talk about me being a Gen X. So I'm not going to put you in the girls are, Gen X.
I'm
and
somewhere in between those two.
But we grew up and in this sort of cutthroat corporate world where you worked lots of hours and you did what your boss told you, and it's just it's not like that for millennials, and they won't take that if it doesn't feel good for them, and I think that is actually a good thing.
Oh, I love millennials. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, they are instigating more corporate responsibility. I mean, they want more meaning in their work. They job hop like crazy because they can't commit themselves to a company that doesn't align with their values. Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We should actually demand it from our companies to have values in their while they conduct business. I mean, why not? You can be profitable and not kill the environment. You can be profitable and treat your employees well, and pay them well. I mean, you can.
I think it'll happen by default, though, don't you think? Because as these people, this sector has got a lot of money that's going back in the economy, and they're the ones that are driving it. So I can definitely see it being sped up.
I'm putting my wallet away. I'm gonna let the millennials buy everything.
Hey, get mom over here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah. So I love that. I'm okay with that. I don't see how
Mm.
the pandemic is going to slow that trend down. I think it's going to continue to fuel that trend.
Speed it up.
Just speed it up. Just come on. Let's go faster. So one of the other ones was that customer reviews will be more important than ever. And again, I think we all had to think about this a little, right? Like how is that, related to post-pandemic? And I was thinking that, it's harder than ever, or it's going to be harder than ever for me, and I think other people, to trust businesses, because now we're not just worried about, do they serve a good product, or is the food good at the restaurant? Now we're worried about, do they conduct, themselves in a safe manner that doesn't spread disease? Are they, they have safe practices? Do they, do they do things that make me trust them before I purchase from them? So
definitely.
I think we are just going to be looking at those reviews more than ever, and we want to know those things. And I think we're going to see those things come up. I'm already seeing it in reviews. I'm already seeing people talking about cleanliness in restaurants and whether the servers were wearing, masks when they came out to the, grab and go area. This is already becoming a common part of our lexicon. So yeah, how are you going to find that out unless you read reviews? I don't want to wait till I'm in the restaurant to find out that they don't sanitize the tables.
That's exactly right. And I think that...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go for it, Joe.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that. I think...
Go.
No bell for that one. You go,
no.
please, Joe.
No, please.
Okay. I think that customer reviews, I've been looking at them more than ever, because as we're sort of all locked down, there's less conversations. You're catching up with people less, and you're relying on the reviews every time you purchase something, because whether our business is doing well or whether it's not doing well, money's still tight. And you want to make sure that you're spending it and it's going to get exactly what it is that you're looking for. There's a lot of value in reviews, especially for that trust piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to add to the, I know my sister got into an argument because of, she wrote a review about a local restaurant where all the people either weren't wearing their masks when she walked in to get like the pizza, or the one or two people that had them didn't even have them over their nose. So she was like losing her mind, and then the person who owns it lost their mind on my sister, and it turned into an online battle.
Oh no!
Yeah, like it was pretty ugly apparently. So so I think that those reviews are it's almost like as if you're getting a clean slate, because it's life after, like how things are being handled now versus like how they were handled prior, aside from maybe service in general. But once you start looking past that, like everything's going to be like, did they do the right things during the time in which they, that this is a thing that's happening, which if it goes on for like a year and a half to 2 years, even if we're not, completely locked down for a year and a half, 2 years, like things are definitely different now, at least until we get a vaccine and we move forward. With our, from there.
That's a good point that you made, Joe. I hadn't thought about it. Like in terms of like, with restaurants in particular, I think they just tend to come to mind because they were so impacted by the pandemic. But the opportunity actually to sort of revamp your reviews by being the restaurant that is the one that's paying the utmost attention to, safe protocols as we, slowly, reopen. or whatever that looks like, whether it's grab and go. I mean, you still have to have safety measures in place, even if you're just doing takeout. So yeah, I mean, that's a good point. There's a bit of an opportunity there.
Did that. They installed, like, you walk through the door and then there's like another door there. And then that second door, they put in like a glass sliding kind of like a little glass sliding door window kind of thing. So they could like hang your food right through the window. So you don't have to like actually come up to the person directly face to face. So yeah,
that's cool.
So things like that.
That is cool.
Do you guys automatically leave reviews? Like, we're talking about this and we're talking about we check reviews, but what about the businesses that are doing all those cool things, like the Chinese restaurant, the people that are doing the good things? Do they need to ask for the reviews, or do people just automatically get them?
I think you're challenging us to do more. Well, you're challenging me to do more reviews. That's for sure.
I am so behind on my reviews. I'll be honest. I tend to go like review when I'm really, 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 really impressed, or if I'm really, really, really unimpressed. But it has to be pretty bad for me to write a bad review. I think I've written like 2 bad reviews in like 5 years, because I don't want to, hurt anybody unnecessarily. But yeah, it's a good point, because that is such a great, valuable, like great return on investment way that you can support small businesses, particularly now when, small businesses need all the support they can get. That's a great point. I think, businesses should remind customers that their reviews matter and that they appreciate them, but also monitor the reviews and make sure they're responding to them. So those that are writing them know that they're appreciated. So yeah, that's a great point, Sam.
Well, I ask because it's an area I don't know much about, to be honest. So I don't know if we want to talk about it now or in another episode, but I wouldn't know where to ask, like, where do we want to collect our reviews? Depending on the business, does it matter where we put the reviews? Like, it is a big discussion, and I think we should table that one, because if reviews are this important, we need to know how to collect them and where to tell people to go to leave their reviews.
Okay. Future episode coming your way on online reviews.
I put it in our notes file. I mean, I have a story about a friend who, like, somebody didn't like their business, so they paid a service to leave like hundreds of negative reviews, like 1-star reviews. Yeah, and like multiple different like Google and like Yelp
that's
and stuff
awful.
like that. Yeah, so it took a long time to get those reviews removed, because these services don't care. And by the time they did, the damage, had been done. But in the meantime, he groundswelled tons of reviews. So once those reviews were removed, the fake ones that were clearly from India, like it's all Indian names, and he's a pressure washer guy.
Poor guy.
In South Jersey. Like,
that's awful.
The only thing I'll say is that they actually do care about fake reviews, particularly like, review only sites like Yelp. Yeah, they'll remove them.
But it took, at what cost of weeks? It took him weeks.
It shouldn't take weeks.
That he was on the local news for it, because they did a whole news story around it. Because like in those weeks, like he could be losing tons of customers.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially as a pressure washer that does the stuff in like the spring, summer, and fall.
Was it recently or was it a while ago?
This is probably about 2 years ago at this point.
Okay, I asked because Yelp is really up their algorithm game. So they catch like those fake reviews pretty quickly, and they judge the quality of the review on so many factors, like the quality of the profile ranks in the review, the grammar, all sorts of things they check. So they're pretty good at spotting like the outlier reviews that just don't fit. I had to like do a lot of research on Yelp a while back. I got really fascinated by it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's
so good.
Yeah,
that's good.
It is good. It's really good. I'm sure it doesn't catch everything, but
no, but that's also just is that just Yelp, right? Because there's still Google reviews, Facebook reviews.
I know there's so many.
So there's I mean, and if you, I mean, I can't. Well, maybe they're better at it now as a whole, all of them collectively. But at the time, like it just took forever to get rid of them, and people just look at star. How often do each of you look at stars versus like actually reading the reviews?
Oh, actually, I read the reviews.
I read the reviews.
So
I read the reviews, but you can. We're the researchers for the show, right, Jen?
I've read all of our podcast reviews. It didn't take very long.
No, that was a very short-lived read.
we need some podcast reviews on Apple, iTunes, and everywhere that you get your podcast.
Yeah,
Speaking
absolutely.
Of that, I have a grind my gears for later.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, make a note of that, Joe.
This episode's way too positive. We need some gears ground around here.
All right, let's go on to the third point.
I think this is one of Sam's favorites.
This is one of my favorites.
Traditional businesses, I'm thinking they're probably talking about brick and mortar. Traditional businesses, brick and mortar businesses are learning to leverage e-commerce and online sales. We love that, right?
Well, we love that they're finally catching up, because I've been saying this for the last 10 years. That's what
people are finally listening.
So I'm so glad all you traditional businesses are finally listening, because I didn't predict a pandemic, but I did predict that you probably needed to get a little bit ahead of the online curve. So I am glad that people are catching up.
Yeah, well, I love the example that they gave. Again, this is from December 2019, way before the pandemic. And they're like, oh, restaurants are going to have to learn to package their, salad dressings and sell them. And I was like, well, yeah, look at what's happening now. Restaurants are turning to selling pantries, like using their supply chain to supply their customers instead of entire pre-cooked meals, giving them the ingredients so they can make those meals at home. So they're definitely pivoting to selling online and selling products related to that traditional business. So cool.
People, when they go out to eat, they love to eat the food that comes from that restaurant. I've got a friend who has a manufacturing company here in Australia, and going back, I think it was 20-something years ago, her and her husband had a small restaurant in the Blue Mountains, beautiful part of Australia. And they used to hand make these little flatbreads. They're kind of like a cracker kind of thing, put cheese on.
Karen, I think.
Yeah, Karen. Well, yeah.
Remember?
You did meet Karen from Karajon Kitchen. And they used to serve these flatbread, and then people loved them. They used to package them up. And now they're a huge manufacturer here in Australia. We can get their flatbread, at their lavash in all supermarkets all across Australia. So that was way before online, but it was, they were really understanding that listen to the clients or listen to the customers. They'll tell you what they want.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, what do we
It used to seem kind of silly or almost full of yourself to be like, our sauce is so great, we're going to put it in a bottle and only sell it within our store. I used to kind of feel the way about there's a pizza shop that I took you to that pizza shop, Sam. I'm pretty sure we were going to get that pizza, but we were going to get the pizza.
Yeah.
So they actually have play dough, like fake dough that you can toss up. It looks like a frisbee, and their own T-shirts and their whole apparel line.
So smart.
But it's to sell the sauce and stuff like that, so that people can make it. I mean, it just especially right now makes sense to do those types of things that especially if you're not going too far out of your way to do it. Right. We're not trying to suggest that now I need to go find a co-packing plant at a time where people, it's very difficult to do almost anything and do all these things. Just order mason jars. You can do that on Amazon, right? You can go, you can do that easily and start, print out labels and get it rolling.
Yeah, because it doesn't mean that you're going to lose sales. I think it's crazy that McDonald's hasn't packaged up Big Mac sauce. I can't believe they don't sell that. Maybe their thinking is that I'll go to McDonald's. I'm not going to go to McDonald's to eat, but I would buy their Big Mac sauce. So I don't know.
It would be so good on a better burger.
Correct.
I'm
with you on that.
Like a patty, right?
I love to put my French fries in it. So good. So good.
Oh yes. Yes.
Anyway.
Okay. Can I ask something at the risk of sounding really dumb?
No.
I'm probably the dumb one here. I'll brace myself.
Okay. It's been decades since I've had a Big Mac, but
good for you.
Thank you. Such an accomplishment.
With how many stores there are, with how many restaurants there are on the planet, it is an accomplishment. Because by accident, I've gone to McDonald's a handful of times in the last
by accident.
2 years.
Accident, like
What, you just tripped
crashed
into the
building.
door?
You know, sometimes it's 2:00 in the morning. There ain't a whole lot of options, you know. But
I don't know.
24/7, some of them. So
My question is, I assumed from my last memory of the Big Mac that the sauce you're referring to is just simply Thousand Island dressing.
yes, I knew you were
In
gonna say
Australia, it's not.
It's not?
No.
It's not just Thousand Island dressing.
I don't know, because I actually haven't had a Big Mac in America, so I don't know. But in Australia, there is nothing like it at all.
Okay, come on. We've got some people watching.
Come on, people. Let's weigh in on this.
Is it a secret sauce or is it just Thousand Island dressing? Because I swear to God, it's just Thousand Island dressing.
I'm
Definitely not Thousand Island dressing in Australia, because
I'm
I
not even
hate
gonna-
Thousand Island dressing.
I'm not going to
Okay, so
believe the
this
internet on
is-
this. I'm only going to believe the people that are watching.
I mean,
come on,
it
people,
looks
help me
like
out
it's
here.
A combination of mayonnaise, relish.
That's
mustard.
the ingredients in a Thousand Island dressing.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Well, you know what? I'm going to
No,
actually,
it sounds
I was
wrong.
going to table that we have a new segment that's Australian versus American. I'm going to get some, and we didn't get to do it today because we were running a bit behind. I'm going to get some Big Mac sauce and some Thousand Island dressing and show you what they look like in a jar, in a bowl, because they look nothing alike.
Okay, so Ricardo says it's Thousand Island and ketchup, but ketchup is already on. Is it ketchup and Thousand Island put on the burger separately? Or are you saying Thousand Island dressing is mixed with ketchup and that is the special sauce? And where do you get this information?
Oh, now I'm really intrigued what your Big Mac sauce is. I've got a feeling it's not the same.
I got a feeling it's not the same. Hey, what's up, Rick? How you doing, man?
I don't know.
The things that we
Sorry.
geek out about. Oh my goodness.
Hold on, here you go. So here's Rick once I remember I was getting it was at Burger King, or I think it was Burger King with Rick, and he's like, I think he said the fountain soda at Burger King was different than anywhere else because they formulate it so that it tastes better with the burger in which they put in.
It's definitely different.
Okay,
I'm an old,
he's like,
I was just about to say I'm an old
tastes
Macca's
better.
chick, but that probably doesn't even mean anything to you either. There's American versus Australian thing.
You said there's a Big Mac, a
Macca's.
chicken Big Mac.
No.
Oh,
I don't know what I said now. Don't know.
Oh, checker. I don't know.
I said
Anyway.
Macca's.
Mackers. what are Mackers? Are they mini like sliders?
Macca's is McDonald's. No, we don't call it McDonald's here. We call it Macca's.
I'm going to start calling it Mackers, even though I don't go there.
Doesn't it sound much better? We're going for Macca's.
Mackers, yeah.
It does.
Okay, so Rick Googled it. I really want somebody with some inside knowledge, though, because it may be mixed with ketchup, but it doesn't necessarily.
But they put ketchup on their.
That's what I'm saying.
burger,
Like,
don't they?
why would they put it in the Thousand Island dressing if they put it on the burger?
Well,
beef
it's
patties,
definitely
has
not like that
special
here.
sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles,
Onions,
on a
sesame
sesame
seed bun.
Okay, so there's no ketchup. So it's to all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
And today, the Business Geeks are sponsored
Yeah.
by McDonald's.
Yes.
I can't believe I remembered that jingle.
I can't believe you remembered it either.
I know it too.
I do remember
know.
when I finished my first Big Mac all by myself as a child. It was a momentous occasion in my family. I got claps. I think I got more praise for finishing my Big Mac than I did for my straight A report card. Hashtag bad parenting.
Do you know, I didn't even eat McDonald's till I was an adult. We were not allowed to eat McDonald's because it wasn't healthy. My parents were so good for us.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't know the Spruce Eats. I don't know if it's reputable, but okay, I'll take it. I'll take that under advisement. Like, more research is got to be done. Oh, and now we have a
God,
recipe.
now we've got the whole thing.
Okay, this sounds like a home mess recipe. I don't think McDonald's is making this. I think this is if you want to make it at home.
What is Miracle Whip?
What? Are you serious? All right.
I've never heard of Miracle Whip.
just the condiment that kicks mayonnaise's ass. That's all it is.
Oh.
I'm allowed to say ass.
Well, wait,
Joe,
you know
like you're in charge of the menu next time I come over.
So,
Last time he helped me out with a Philly cheesesteak. Now we've got like a whole new array of goods that I need to try.
But wait, wasn't Miracle Whip created back in like World War II or something as a type of grease for like the guns or something?
Really?
Or am I thinking of something else? I think
You eat that? You eat the grease from guns?
I think. Well, it wasn't like a gun, like a pew pew, but like a cannon, like a mortar type of.
Oh, that
thing.
makes it so much better. I'm eating this from a cannon instead of a gun.
I just don't know why they would go through all the trouble of there's like 20 ingredients here when you can just use Thousand Island dressing. It's the same thing.
I cannot believe how far we've got off track.
Sorry.
It is so. It's cheap. Wait. To bring it back to business, it's cheaper for you to buy the ingredients and make it in bulk rather than pay somebody else to make Thousand Island dressing and put it on there. Plus, if you're making it, then it's your special recipe.
Well, I need to make this and figure out whether it's the same thing. I need to do that.
Thousand Island dressing is made with ketchup. I find that really hard to believe.
No, I think he's saying that the special sauce is made.
Well, here it is.
But wait a second. but ketchup has vinegar in it. Like that's.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Wow.
I'm not a cook.
This is like a whole episode all on itself.
I see that. All right. So getting back on track to.
I'm so confused.
Mobile marketing. We're up to mobile marketing.
Mobile marketing. All right. Let's talk
about you say mobile, don't you? I feel
mobile. Yes.
No, we say Mobies.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I love you so much, Jen.
Yep.
Oh, I've lost it. You got to take this one away.
Okay. Joe, are you going to take this?
Oh, you want me to take it? Okay, so mobile marketing, as far as like cell phone marketing to cell phones, or what do we?
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I didn't get the notes. You guys didn't
I put it in the messenger.
So this is about marketing specifically to people who are on their mobile, on their phone, on their cell phone.
On their Mobies.
A Mobi. So
yeah,
absolutely. Are we talking about like the Bluetooth beacons that they have? And
so this is around geo-targeting. It's around using apps. It's around tapping into SMX or test messaging, mobile. I feel really weird saying mobile now. Mobile payments, Mobi payments.
Mobi payments.
So it's around leveraging people's cell phone because that's obviously what they're on. Now, 100% people are on their phone more. Like even if you're on Netflix, I don't know about you guys. I'm shocking. I'm still scrolling on my phone while I'm watching. I'm not 100% into the show, but I think maybe it's not as big as what they're expecting because we're not heading out so much. But this is not a fact, by the way. This is just my thought that maybe it's not to the level that they thought it would be.
I'm seeing more on my Mobies. I'm seeing more like SMS and text messages from businesses, even during this time. Sometimes it has to do with virtual events that are happening. Sometimes it's, notifications about a, free delivery or a grab and go deal or a special that's happening right now. Sales things that are happening. I actually kind of like the SMS and text messaging. To me, I'd much rather get that than an email because I can quickly read it, quickly delete it. It's not junking up communicate my business communications. So I actually like the Mobies. I like the Mobies a lot. I think it's smart. Get people where they are.
I prefer to get a text message too because I see it. So my local restaurant yesterday sent me their deal for this week. I saw it straight away. I know they email it to me, but Joe's seen my inbox. Goodness knows where that email is.
It's gone forever. And
almost at 19,000 emails, Joe, and counting.
I'm getting hyped just thinking about it.
I know, but think about it, with geo-targeting, you can get so specific. I mean, yes, we're not going out now, but you can still frequent restaurants on a takeout basis. There are drive-throughs at Starbucks that are open. There are some stores, that are essential, businesses like Target and Walmart that are open. By using the Mobies, they can geo-target and they'll know like when you're within, range of their businesses and can send you something to incentivize your visit. Like, hey, notice you're we're not stalking you or anything, but notice you're on the same block as our store. If you come in now, you'll get $10 off. So that's
about that. It probably, there you go. I think you've changed my mind. I think it's probably more relevant right now.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one that's concerned more about privacy than getting $10 off?
There is no
You're
privacy.
on Facebook. You're live streaming as if there's any privacy.
Hold
Come
on.
on.
You live streamed with your children.
Yes.
Time out. So yeah, I know. Obviously, we're live streaming and I live stream a lot and I do live stream with my children. But that to me is controlled. So there's two things I worry about with my Mobies, which is battery life. So like having people like check my location, not okay from two standpoints. One, a privacy, but even more of a concern is battery life. I don't want people just constantly checking where my phone is.
You can turn it off on your phone.
Turn it off.
Well, I know. I do. That's why I'm so curious.
Thank you, Rick.
Why you feel that online privacy is Rick? I know that obviously. Like
it doesn't make Joe happy, but he knows it.
No, he'll give you the timeout.
But from a battery standpoint, like it
okay, time out on the battery standpoint. This is what we're doing now. I am never more than a few feet away from a charger. I mean, are you just letting what's going on? Are you not charging your phone on a regular basis?
Are you not in front of me right now?
I mean, I've never had this problem of just like
at 99%.
I'm never stressed out about my battery life, though. I'm a responsible charger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Must be a Gen X thing.
Maybe it's a Gen X thing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just
maybe you need a bigger battery.
I don't want the ads coming at me any opportunity. I mean, I have like most of the GPS functionalities turned off for pretty much every app. Like I have a Sleep Sounds app. And it's like, hey, we want to know where your location is. I was like, get the heck out of here. You don't need to know where my location is.
Actually, I will give you this, Joe. I agree with you with the location. And even if I'm posting on Instagram, I will post if I'm at a place after I've left it.
Yes, I do that. I never post.
So I'm actually with you on that.
So right,
Joe.
so I don't know. Maybe I'm just odd in the sense of I'm just like I don't need them to be like, hey, here's $10 off. Like what they call it, war driving or something like that, where you drive around looking for people's open Wi-Fi connections. So like in that case, I'm driving around looking for companies to text me their deals so I can jump in.
I completely respect where you're coming from.
I have a whole drawer of USB portable batteries, please.
I hope so.
I absolutely do.
I respect where you're coming from, Joe. I will say that these are businesses I've opted into in some way. Like they're not just random businesses. They're, I'm on their email list or, I have their app.
Either.
Yeah.
And I also don't think that Jen and I are saying we're going to market at you, Joe. We're saying that we think that restaurants should tap into Moby marketing.
People that are willing to do it. No, I hear you. And I obviously.
Well, there are FTC guidelines. They can't do it unless you opt in. Like it's against the law. So we do have some protections, and you do have settings on your phone that can protect you. So, and I know most of my apps are set for to only do the location thing when I'm actively using the app.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we all agreed on that. It's 43 and a half minutes in and we all agreed on something.
We worked hard
for that, Joe.
We worked hard. And did we also agree that we're calling mobile devices Mobies now?
Oh, totally. I like it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Love my Mobies.
Yeah.
Love my Mobies. All right. We're wrapping. I don't think we're going to go to the second article, but this is cool.
No. Let's head into number 5 and wrap this up, I think.
Come on, people. Oh,
Number 5.
Silly yeah. So the 2019 business trend prediction was stories and live streams will dominate social media. Well, they got that. They hit that nail right on the head.
They hit that nail on the head. And the app that is the happiest social media platform that COVID embraced the world would have to be TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. I'm still trying.
TikTok has absolutely blown up because everyone's at home. Seriously, Jen, TikTok is like the black hole of social media. You can go down there for hours at a time.
I can watch for hours, but I tried to make a TikTok. So good. I feel like you need to be like a film director. Like I need to make like a 5-second TikTok. I'm in there and I'm making decisions that I don't know how they impact my content. Yeah. Maybe I'm just not smart enough to create a TikTok, but I admire the people that are doing it and doing it so well. They're cinematographers.
So absolutely. And they're also gorgeous too. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't be here. I'll just watch all you beautiful people.
Yeah. Not only am I too stupid for TikTok, I'm not pretty enough for TikTok. You got to be like a solid 9 and above.
Absolutely.
On a good day, I'm hanging at like a 5 to 6. And that's on a good day.
And I don't know about you, but the fact that I can't even fit into my pre-pandemic clothing, it's just terrible.
I'm at a survivalist weight. That's what I call it. Survivalist weight.
Oh,
it's like getting a running start on starving. Is that?
If you get sick and you start, I start to waste away. I'm like weeks, maybe months away from that.
I was going to say, I reckon right now be the last one on the planet. So there's a positive.
There is a positive. You know what? It's body positivity. Every shape is good. Every shape is good. If you come out of this pandemic with just some weight gain, there's no shame in that.
So many guys have been saying, Sam, I've lost so much weight since the pandemic. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Ha, ha, ha. And then I feel like punching you in the face.
I know. A friend of mine was like, I don't know what it is about the pandemic, but I only want to eat fruit and yogurt.
Like, who is that?
Is that a thing? I was like, the pandemic makes you eat fruit and yogurt? I was like, I want to eat cake and every mashed potatoes. That's all I want to eat. Cake and mashed potatoes.
Oh my goodness. I think that I've just proven what my diet's like in one episode.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. Stop me now.
Okay. All right.
Well, can I say I've been eating a little bit healthier because I'm not eating out every day at lunch 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I'm not doing that aspect of it. So for me, it's been good. That and doing things like drywalling and
that's a workout right there.
Oh God,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I've lost a bunch of weight, but I'm not stepping on scale anytime soon to find out. So we're just
that's good. Well done, Joe. See, I don't eat lunch out, so I'm not eating. I'm eating out less too. There's my local's not open. It's very depressing. But it will be soon.
What's local?
Oh my goodness! We need to have this segment. No. Our local bar.
Okay.
The local. It's an Australian thing. I think it's an English thing as well. So you're always going to head to the local on Friday night. See, I can teach you things, guys.
I'm learning.
Teach you things.
My head is about to explode.
Oh wow!
All right. Well, I think we did enough. Like those trends from 2019, predicted trends for 2020, not so different from what's going on right now.
Let's bring it to 2021 because we're already halfway through 2020.
Are you making predictions?
Thank God we're almost halfway through this crazy storm called 2020.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a prediction, Joe?
That I think that there will be I think in 2021 there will be a rise in more businesses created, and partly because so many businesses closed that they're going to be new businesses to fill the gap. But I think it's going to be great, and I think right now anybody who had a dream about starting a business and you got furloughed or you got like kicked out of the working class workforce, like this is the time to do it, especially because you're getting unemployment, you're getting an extra $600 in your pocket. Like if you're in a stable situation outside of working, like this is the time to go and start that business and figure it out.
I could not agree more. It is the perfect time. And I think it's also a time, because we have slowed down in other ways, that people are really looking and saying, am I happy? Do I really want to be doing this? What is it that I really want my life to look like? Because we have had the chance, like as life goes on, it's like sometimes you're not happy, but it's like you just keep pedaling. And now all of a sudden it's like, hang on a minute, stop. Oh, perfect time. And I don't know what it's like over there in America at the moment, but things are starting to open up in Australia again. And what I've actually seen happening over the last week is a whole new level of anxiety with people that had sort of like been not necessarily laid off their jobs, but told you don't have work at the minute, and after the first week of panic of what am I going to do? It's like, actually, you know what? I didn't really like my job anyway. And they've started to explore what they want to do. They've been called back into work and they're like, I don't want to be here. And I think that it's going to really speed up. I think we're going to have a lot of people in Australia leaving jobs in the next month. And there's going to be all sorts of crazy movement, people starting their businesses. And I couldn't agree more, Joe. Brilliant time to start your business. If you want to do it now.
I agree. I mean, I always think it's a good time to start a business, but yeah, for all those reasons you just listed. And I think a lot of us have had time to reflect and think. And I think there's a lot of editing going on in our lives. We're editing out the stuff that is meaningless to us and does not make us happy. Part of it is because we were forced to, like you said, we've lost that yucky job or whatever. And then we realize we don't miss it. So hey, let's do something we actually enjoy doing. There are horrible things that have happened because of the pandemic. I mean, wretched, horrible, sad.
Really sad stories.
But it's nice to kind of reflect on some of the things that happened that are on the more positive end.
Absolutely.
Like this episode.
The craziest episode we've done.
Yeah. No, well, this is how it should be. And my seat is like falling. It's like fall. I keep getting like.
Whoop, we've lost Joe.
There we go. All right. So, but this is how it's supposed to be, right? This is why we are different than every other business show out there.
100%.
And why you should totally be watching and or listening every single week, Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time or Tuesday at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Time.
Perfect.
So, it's not perfect. I just realized that the scrolling text below says that it doesn't actually say Tuesday on it. So I'm going to fix that. Right after I toss it over to our hot or not topic this week, which is all about something that we talked about a few weeks ago on the show, which is cardboard cutouts and having them in restaurants to make people feel less awkward about the fact that there's 10% or 25% of the restaurant in the restaurant.
Absolutely. So this is something that Jen originally brought up about cardboard cutouts. So we all thought it was really cute. And then on Friday in Sydney, in Australia, our restaurants were able to open up, but only with 10 people inside. Now, it can be a little weird with only 10 people in a restaurant. So this restaurant owner put cardboard cutouts at the table in an attempt to make diners feel more comfortable. I don't know that you'd feel more comfortable sitting with cardboard cutouts, but I think it's funny.
I think you could have a lot of fun with them. Like they could be, I don't know. I feel like comedy can be had here. I think it would just I think it'd be fine. I think it would just take a little getting used to.
I think that it's more about rather than doing it to make people feel more comfortable, because let's face it, it's not going to. I think it's more calling out the elephant in the room that it's weird because the seats are empty. So I think it's more, making a joke out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cute if they had like celebrity cutouts. Like, I think that would be fun.
Absolutely.
See, I'm more a fan of the idea of just get rid of the tables and have less tables and structure your space to function with
Oh,
less
interesting.
tables. Yeah. So like, yeah, to me, like this is just A, creepy, and B, it's already going to be weird being in a restaurant because when you look at those pictures of the diagrams of people that ate in a restaurant and got COVID, there's nothing comfortable about eating in a restaurant right now. Or to me, if you have a person that's highly impact or able to be highly impacted by the virus, there's zero that's going to make it comfortable. So to me, I'd rather just see less tables, less chairs, no creepy mannequins.
I'm thinking, I don't know, Joe. Well, I see what you're saying about the restaurants, but I'm thinking I need some mannequins in my house.
Oh my God.
So I can simulate having friends again and maybe a little party, a board game night. I don't know, a wine and cheese. Put them up in front of the window so the neighbors think I'm breaking all social distancing norms there are.
Oh, my neighbors are doing that. Like
I could dance with the mannequins around the living room. I don't know.
Right,
there is fun to be had here. There is fun to be had.
Yes, exactly. I just thought it was funny that we were talking about it a few episodes ago, and then we saw it, and I was like, oh, I think it's a good thing.
That's an expensive proposition too. Like when we looked at the prices of like the cardboard, getting cardboard cut out, what, like $150?
Yeah, but 100.
Can I give you a different take on that, Joe?
Okay, go ahead, please.
As a marketing ploy, you look up the restaurant with the cardboard cutout in Sydney, and they are all over the first 3 pages of Google. So I think it's actually the smartest marketing thing I've ever seen. I've never heard of Five Dock Dining before this. Now I know who Five Dock Dining is.
They certainly, were innovative.
Yeah, I get that, and I agree that there's no such thing as bad press. But I also agree, to myself, I agree to myself that I'd rather see less tables and it be more set up differently than leaving all the tables and just having them cardboard cutouts. But yeah, I it's like a friend of mine on Facebook was it Casey Green, I think it was. He wanted to sell a house, so he put a guy in a dinosaur, like the dinosaur costume, like the blow up dinosaur costume, like mowing the lawn, opening the fridge, and put all his pictures to sell on the realtor site. And not only did he sell the house, but it made like a ridiculous amount of newspapers all over the world.
Cute.
So like, yes, I agree. But I also think that there isn't anything particularly standoutish about this. But you're right. Their name did get there and all. But somebody's going to one up them. Someone's going to find a way to make it even cooler than just a couple. Of
course,
people.
And that's the fun of it, right?
Yes.
I like seeing how these restaurants are adapting. That's part of the fun, seeing their ingenuity.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And seriously, I don't think any of us would not send a big, load of love out to anyone that's in the hospitality industry like right now. Like that industry is hurting.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Much love.
Awesome.
Restaurants out there. All right, something's got to. Yeah, let's get to this. Grind my gears. Grind away.
So on the radio, they because I listen to local sports radio here, and on the radio they've been running the radio.com ads for these podcasts, and there's one like with this, I don't know, it's like she's like a doctor and she's like talking all like, yeah, so I'm just telling my story about being on the front lines, and it sounds just kind of like almost like she's acting, like that's like the way her voice is. So it's like she's intentionally trying to be like, these are my, doctor logs. And but the thing that does not what grind my gears. What grind my gears is at the end, she says something to the effect of, you can get it on the radio.com app or wherever you get your podcasts. And to me, that just doesn't sound very. How about anywhere you get your podcast, or all the places that you know what I mean? Like there's all wherever you get your podcast. Like that just sounds so dead fish. I don't know. Is it just me?
I'm so lost right now. I think I'm missing the story.
I'm missing it. I've heard it said that way before, like, on here or wherever you get your podcasts, because there's so many ways that you could be consuming a podcast.
It's just wherever you get your podcast, just like
wherever.
So wherever. Talking about instead of something like or your preferred podcast app. Are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
How she not even.
So it's like rather than whatever. It's more like this. I got it.
Yep, that's what I'm getting to. It's just
okay. My train has arrived at the station, Joe.
Woo! Yay!
I mean, we're all on edge. Things get on our nerves really easily these days.
Yeah, well, I hear the same commercials like over and over and over again. Just like the Dell Podference. The small businesses are struggling and looking for resources. So we created the first ever virtual conference for small business owners, the Podference. We brought podcasters together.
So original. Hasn't been happening for years.
Because we haven't been doing that for a long time.
I know it was so original. It was the first ever virtual.
I love
theirs is a month long. It's all month long throughout the month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I think it's really literally like just like I don't want to say just, but they're podcast episodes. So it's like they set up a feed and they popped in all the podcast episodes and call it a Podference and they trademarked it.
Well, hopefully someone gets some value from it.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
All right. So any one cool thing this week? I don't see anything in the notes. But,
no.
Yeah. No, okay. No.
I think that we ran out of time anyway because we spent a lot of time talking about Big Mac sauce.
I'm not being exposed to enough new things. My world is quite small.
Next week I'm going to start exposing you guys to the Australian language, which is completely different to what you think it is. You think we all speak the same language? We do not.
Are we going to get our own pocket dictionary?
Absolutely.
I mean, a pocket dicky? Or is it a po-dicky? Po-dicky?
Jen's on fire.
I feel like I'm just going to pick up this language like a second skin.
You are just going to be talking all the Aussie slang before you know it.
I hope so. I can only get something out of this quarantine. Some other new skill. All right, guys. This has been great. It's been real. It's been a long day, but this is a great punctuation to the end of it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
As it always is. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Business Geeks podcast, share it with the business geek in your life. Send us your questions and suggestions to questions@businessgeekspodcast.com. You can catch us next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and or Tuesday, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Time, if you're watching down under in that place that doesn't exist apparently. Anyway, hope you and all your family are staying safe during this time. And if you are going out into places like Ocean City, New Jersey, keep your distance from people, please.
Wear a mask.
For all of us, yeah. Wear a mask. And,
wear a mask. Pro mask over here.
I definitely pro mask. All right, everybody. Have a great week.